Hi everyone, I'm playing through a game of Band of Brothers Screaming Eagles. This is scenario 7, Corporal to Sergeant. In this scenario, we have the 101st down here at the bottom of the map, and they are working their way up the map to take some key objectives. These objectives here. As you can see, the Germans have got the tree line and in the buildings. I've just finished turn 2, and the 101st started at the bottom in open. So, as you can imagine, they took quite a severe casualties in the first couple of turns. They've already lost a couple of squads. The Germans have some quite a lot of artillery that they can use, that they got very lucky dice rolls on. The Allies have artillery as well. Unfortunately, they were completely ineffective. But saying all that, the Allies have been able to move up onto this right flank here and start taking some of the buildings there, so bringing the fight back to the Germans. This side, not so good, although they've got one lone squad in close combat there, ready for the next turn. In the centre here, there's some handy sort of tree line, small tree line there that they've been able to take advantage of. But yeah, casualties are pretty severe. They've lost two squads already to the one squad of the German losses, and they've been heavily reduced, especially again in the centre here, just mostly down to artillery fire. So we'll see how it plays out. The Germans have a mixture of squads. They've got some anti-aircraft weapons here that they're using against them, and they have some mortars. They've got an MG42 heavy weapons team over there. The Allies, mostly straightforward squads. They've got a couple of mortars, and they've got a couple of 30 cal teams as well. So yeah, let's see how we progress in the next couple of turns. So yeah, I played a few more turns, and I'm gonna call the game there. The 101st were able to take the two of the objectives, and certainly would have been able to take the third, so I'm going to call the game a little bit early. They did take some more losses, predominantly through the German artillery, as they were in open ground. In particular, as you can see, they really didn't make any great progress on this flank of the battlefield. They were able to take this side though, push up into the town, take some objectives, engage the Germans in close combat once they'd been suppressed, and defeated them in sort of close melee combat. And then we're able to start pushing this way. So we were down to the last sort of 4 units really. Yeah, I'm going to call it there a definitely victory for the 101st there. They did take some significant losses though, as they advanced. And what this mission really shows is that when you're advancing on enemy in this game who are dug in and you're in open ground, you have got to try and suppress the enemy. If you try and advance on them, due to the modifiers of the game, you're going to take significant losses. The German artillery during the first couple of the rounds was extremely effective, and I thought after the first couple of turns, I was like, I think the Germans are gonna massacre the 101st here. But they were able to take that side, and they got every single dice roll at one point just went in their favour for every single thing. And the German artillery failed a couple of times, and your 101st could just do it. So yeah, just to recap, this side completely ineffective really for the 101st, and they would have taken more and more losses over time. They already took all the losses were almost on this side. This side were able to advance in, push hard. They were able to suppress the Germans in these buildings here with the heavier weapons, which gave them the opportunity to advance over open ground because their Germans were suppressed. This side we tried just to keep moving because they were getting hammered so much from the artillery, just to keep moving forwards. But as they got closer and closer, the Germans were able to engage from range combat, and as they were moving across open ground, lost a couple of units. So yeah, a good game. It's quite interesting, obviously quite somber, historical scenario makes you appreciate the the cost in human life of moving over open ground against such a dug-in positions from the Germans with the artillery that they had. Yeah, it's a good game. Didn't take very long to play. Sort of, I guess, I played this within the hour, sort of just maybe a little bit over. And I felt at one point it could have gone either way. This is not the first time I've played this scenario. I've played it quite a few times. The last time I played it, the Germans were really able to hold on to these key strategic positions along this tree line here and in these buildings, and completely pushed the 101st back, and they couldn't progress. So quite a different outcome this time, which was great. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.